Hello, this is Nicole Hartley Bradford on Thursday, October 27th, 2022. And I'm recording this because I'm having this experience of I've only ever tummy surfed. I've not surfed on a surfboard, but there's this experience when surfing of the wave that's invisible on the surface but building underneath, and this exhilaration, this ecstasy that comes with, like, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Something's about to happen. That's like an adventure is about to happen. The thing I've been waiting for is about to happen, and I'm having this about Torus technology training. And as a person who has been involved for decades in different communities and who has been passionate about community building, and especially about Gaian eco-village building, especially passionate about families, and families as not the kind of lone wolf nuclear family, it's us against the world and get the kids to be able to fly when they leave the nest and work and consume. That family as this emergent organism. Okay, so I'm passionate about Gaian structures and organisms, and humanity as a Gaian phenomenon, and human groups as Gaian phenomenon. And Torus technology is the technology, are this, like, in a way, social technologies or group technologies and individual technologies that have been discovered in the game world of possibility management, which is contexted in radical responsibility, and in possibility and clarity and transformation and love. And I'm here at the Possibility Coaching Bridge House in Czechia on a 3-month project, and on Saturday we begin a Possibilitator Creation Week, which is 7 days where other people who have been studying and using possibility management will come, and we will study and use and focus our attention on Torus technology. Coincidentally, on Wednesday, yesterday, no, and I'm just going to not bother with dates and times and days. Recently, there was a Gaian eco-village meeting, and this was initiated between Clinton Callahan, the originator of possibility management, and his partner and collaborator, and Chloe Destremo, and Anne Solera, who is the son of Ross and Hilda Jackson, and his partner, Venera. And the invitation was for everyone who they invited to come and look at this possibility of Gaian eco-village, where the global eco-village network, which Anne's parents were so significantly instrumental in bringing into being, where permaculture has really taken hold, outer permaculture, composting toilets, permaculture food forests, rainwater harvesting, community circling, arts and culture and creativity, and sustainable living. And the inner permaculture that possibility management has been so focused on can come together so that sustainable ways of doing things can become regenerative ways of doing things, because the humans in these systems, in these communities, in these villages, have internalized the principles of regeneration, of transformation, not sustainability or healing where you go back to how it was before things went how they went, but into regeneration so that actually the outcome, the results are beyond what would have been possible if this unsustainable or traumatized slash injured phase hadn't occurred. So a big part of what came out of that was this clarity that Torus technology is really are set. The Torus technology maps and processes are so empowering for groups, and that the many eco villages out there, the many intentional communities and collectives and projects that people are doing that you know eventually all run into kind of the same problem, which is that the interrelational space between individuals can get clogged up with happenings that don't get cleaned up, resentments, and finally, like, a breakup has to happen of some kind. Or so the story goes. And what becomes possible using Torus technology is that the collaboration can keep going despite these interpersonal difficulties that spring up because of the technologies being used. So, and Chloe put this experiment, proposed this experiment to the Possibility Creation Village members, which was to gather together a group of something like 12 people and practice delivering the maps and distinctions and processes of Torus technology, and for like 5 weeks or something. And this is so timely because we're about to start doing it for 1 week with a less number of people. So there's this microcosm version of this mesocosm experiment, after which the macro experiment would be to, after being at the Possibility Coaching Bridge House project, for me and others on the team to go do our practicum, like go do it in real life, like put Torus technology trainer on our websites, and underneath our names, and go and deliver Torus technology to wherever it's wanted. So this question arises: what are the steps? How to take Torus technology in all its glory and turn it into a kind of first this, then this, then this, then this. So this is this question I've been living in for however many hours. And it's been this wave under me, and this like exhilaration, fear happening, and joy happening in my system. And I sat down yesterday with some brand new markers and wrote at the top of my page, map of Torus technology maps. So this is the map of the Torus technology territory, going from map to map, just from how I see it. I'm sure anyone who sits down to do this would have another result. And I want to see, if you do this, I want to see what you come up with. Let's collaborate. Let's cross-pollinate so that we can empower ourselves to like burst out as Torus technology trainers. So I want to show you what I came up with. So map of Torus technology maps, a way for many to also be one. I got that off the Torus technology website. And when I asked myself, okay, what comes first? Like what's first? The clear answer was first position is first. So this was the first map that I drew, the map of first position. And this map contains so many distinctions. This green and blue circle is Gaia. This is the core of Gaia, and the grounding cord for the individual and the grounding cord for the golden cube workspace. The person has their center, their bubble, their gremlin, their sword of clarity, and their 4 feelings. and this golden cube workspace with the bright principles coming through. So then the next that came was this map of hierarchy. So this question of like Torus technology is all about, in a way, flattening hierarchy. So I drew this map of hierarchy where each person is giving their center to somebody else, or giving their center away, not having their center. And the people at the top of the hierarchy have power over, the people at the bottom of the hierarchy have power under, and there's low drama happening. The my sense of part of the low drama that happens is that the people with the power and the resources who hoard them, they make low drama, and these people become the victims of the persecutors, and the victims down here make themselves the victims. Yeah, they make themselves the victims of the persecutor, and then the persecutor makes himself the victim of the people below. So there's low drama happening in all directions as centers are being given away. And then when the hierarchy is flattened, and this is so the hierarchy is like this, and then it's flattened and it becomes a circle. So even though this everyone's on the ground in this picture, and each person has their center and their grounding cord and their bubble, etc., and they are generating and flowing power. So they're sourcing and flowing power around through the circle to each other and out. So this starts creating the torus here, right? Where the power, the generation of the power is going inward and outward at the same time. And it's high drama happening as power is flowing rather than being hoarded and given away. So, and then it became clearer that the next step had to do with feelings, and this only becomes possible when this is happening, and this group would be a group on the new map of feelings, new map of four feelings, whereas this group would be on the old map of four feelings. And how it goes, and I just drew the example with 4 or 5 people. When a group is on the old map of four feelings, the numbness bars are high. There are emotions and feelings that are underneath the numbness bar, and centers are being given away. So each person ends up having lots of thoughts like, I have to, she or he should, why don't they, I never, they never, ... So there's pretending and complaining, secrets, revenge. And the conversation is really a lot about logistics. Who's going to do what? Who should do what? When? Where? How? And a lot of arguing about what would be better, what's not going to work, what you think, what they think, what their opinions are. So there's this warring, and it's about giving orders and submitting to the orders of others. So I'm sure there's a lot more to this. And then when a group is emerging on the new map of four feelings, each person has their four feelings, center, grounding cord, bubble. They're in this declared workspace where the bright principles are at work through each of them and through the space. And the thoughts and the feelings are, I feel, then, so proposals come out of that. And then there's the question, is it a feeling, or proposals come out of that, or is it an emotion? And if it's an emotion, then instead of continuing with trying to create proposals and collaborate, the collaboration diverges into, will someone hold space for me? And if the answer is no, then the person asks again later. And if the answer is yes, they actually leave the collaborative space and set up a process space. So process space is distinct from a collaborative space, which is not to say that a process space isn't a collaborative space, but they have a different purpose. And this one is healing and transformation, and this is creation and collaboration. So this is Torus technology in action. The next map that as I continued down the Torus technology website, I came to the part about convergence and divergence and threads and nodes. And I thought, wow, this is so cool. This is how things have been going here at the Possibility Coaching Bridge House, especially during the Possibilitator collaboration weeks. It's easier to see. Not that it's not happening during the other weeks. It's just easier to see. And I drew this kind of example of how it goes. So Torus group in action over time, an example. Many are possible. And it begins with this group of people who all converge into a circle. And these lines represent time. These lines. So they arrive and they converge. And so this convergence part, the threads are converging, they're traveling, they're arriving into a shared space. In the convergence, if it's the first convergence kind of the day, check-ins, proposal making about how things will go. And then, so time where they're in this convergent space, and then there's a divergence. And for example, one person diverges to go and nap to feed their physical body. These two have diverged into an emotional healing process space. These two have diverged to go shop for food to make a meal. And then they come back and they join one of the people from the EHP space, and they diverge and converge from the other spaces to create a cooking node. So then the cooking happens while the person who napped goes for a walk with the person who had the emotional healing process, and then there's a convergence where they're eating together. And then there's a cleanup crew, and this might have come from a proposal that happened here, it might have come from a proposal that happened here. Who would be on the cleanup crew? Then this person diverges out here and zooms into an EHB space with someone who's not one of the physical in-person people while the cleanup crew is happening. And then this node has a discovery space while this person diverges into a writing space just by themselves. And then they all converge at this time, and they have a check-in and goodbye, and they diverge, and these two go together. So there's a convergence happening and a divergence. And this for me is just, to me, demonstrates like a kind of micro version, because it only involved 5 and then one more 6 people, but with a small number of people over a short period of time. Here in the Possibility Coaching Bridge House, we converged on September 21st. My number brain is not working very well. And there have been convergences and divergences and weaving other people in, and yeah, so many. And this is such an emergent space. And this is what Torus technology makes possible, this emergent, alive space where the necessity of the here and now is what draws through the principles that then create the proposals. And I feel this, I'm enjoying this experience of the commitment that I have to discovering more about how Torus technology works, how to make it visible and obvious to other people, how to what order to bring it into a space, and how to become a Torus technology trainer. So the week that we're about to start, there are the 4 of us on the Possibility Coaching Bridge House team, and then there are, I think, 2 or 3 others coming, maybe more if the word gets out and people are able to get here. And what I want is, during this week, I'm going to be recording these videos and sharing more about what I discover about how it goes. I know others on the team are also doing some kind of documentation, and I don't know exactly what will happen. And I anticipate that, yeah, I want to create a 12-person team who who zooms into calls for at least 5 weeks to train each other and ourselves up as Torus technology trainers. If you're watching this and this turns you on in any way, let me know, whether it's to be part of the team, whether it's to come this week, whether it's to have a Torus technology trainer come and deliver Torus technology to your project, group, family, mm, game world, eco village, so that it can, yeah, emerge more and more in these Gaian ways. Thank you.